This video is for Black women who are tired of being angry, tired of being sad, and just tired of being tired. So recently I read a book and it's called The Power of Letting Go. And as I was reading, I couldn't help but think about Black women. So often we are told that we have to do this and we have to do that. We're told that we have to work twice as hard just to get back half as much. And when we continuously receive half for twice the effort, this leads to built up feelings of resentment and of bitterness. And these feelings manifest into stress, anxiety, depression, and physical ailments that disproportionately impact Black women. And there's no greater obstacle to achieving your goals, achieving your dreams, than poor health. So today we're going to talk about how to let go of resentment so that you can become the woman of your dreams. Our ego is the voice in our head that tells us everything. It tells us who we are, what we should do and what we shouldn't do, and who we should be and who we shouldn't be. And many of us have very fragile egos. And this is especially true for Black Americans who have been born and bred in a society that has conditioned us to believe that we are not worthy, that we are not deserving of the love and light that is integral to the human existence. This leads us to craving external validation because we don't have a stable sense of self. But here's the thing about the ego. It is scamming you. Your ego is literally a con artist. Your ego tricks you into believing that you are separate from other people, that you are separate from nature, that you are separate from the universe. And once you learn to let go of your ego, you will realize that you're not just your mother, your sister, your brother, or your father. You are also the person who sits beside you on the bus or on the train or on the plane, or you are your coworker. You are the person in front of you in line at the grocery store. And the sooner that you release this false notion that you are separate from those around you, the easier it will be for you to let go of the resentment that you carry towards other people. On an individual and collective level, Black women have endured a tremendous amount of pain and suffering. But in order for us to heal and break these generational curses and let go of the generational trauma, we have to get to the root of our pain and suffering, and we have to let that pain and suffering go. And to do so, you may have to do some digging. For some people, their pain is vibrant and loud and explicit. For others, their pain is more insidious and harder to locate. And if you're looking for ways to identify your pain and its source, I would highly encourage you to do some shadow work. Once you've identified that pain, you have to end the cycle of suffering by completing the cycle of suffering. John Perkins defines the completion process as reliving to relieve. To free our pain, we must find where in our body is that pain located. For me, I often feel my pain in my throat and at the top of my chest. But for others, it is their lower chest or their abdomen. That may be where they experience their pain. Once you've located it, you have to transport yourself back to that moment in time when you first received that wound. Let's say it was a bad breakup or the passing of a loved one. Go back to that initial moment when you first felt the impact of that pain and fully immerse yourself in that moment. Don't just remember that moment, but do everything in your power to relive that moment. For some of you, this may require that you physically take yourself back to the place in which you were when you received that wound. But once you're there, once you have taken yourself back to that moment and you are truly immersed in that moment. You are allowing yourself to feel those sensations, to hear those sounds, to see those sights. I want you to let it flow, tell your side of the story, finish the story, and then let it go. And you're going to be surprised, especially over time as you continue to practice this completion process. You will be surprised at how wholly and completely and effectively your pain will leave you. Most of the time, your pain is only hurting you, tormenting you, and causing you to suffer because it's not being fully acknowledged. Just like you, in that moment in which you felt you were wronged, where you felt that you weren't heard or you weren't seen or you weren't valued, your pain feels the same way, and your pain just wants to be acknowledged. And once you become accustomed to letting go, to releasing your pain, you will find it more and more easy to just let go. Black women, so much of our suffering comes from us holding on for dear life to things that don't even serve us, relationships that don't serve us, jobs that don't serve us, weight that doesn't serve us, behaviors that do not serve us. We're afraid to let go because we're afraid to lose. But as the Buddha, the enlightened one, as he told us, you only lose what you cling to. Black women, your healing journey will ultimately be completely useless. It will be a total waste of your time if you do not shift your mindset. It's hard. It is incredibly hard. But what if I told you that you don't have to do this on your own? Let me introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, who I am just so incredibly grateful and honored and humbled to be working with, and that's ReSelf. ReSelf is the synergetic platform empowering conscious living. Each of their offerings, workshops, Recalibrate, monthly mini workshops, and conversations via their podcast, As It Goes, work together and build on each other to further empower your conscious living. Taking a holistic approach, ReSelf combines diverse philosophies, sciences, and practices in a digestible, actionable way to empower your well-being and flourishing. Now, you may be thinking, wow, this sounds like a beautiful platform. This sounds really cool, but how will this platform actually help me reclaim power over my mindset? ReSelf actually has a workshop called Mindset that literally is designed to do what you were just asking me how to do. Mindset is the foundational workshop in the Mind series. This self-paced digital workshop has 7 different lessons for 7 essential elements of a healthy mindset that build on each other so you can reclaim your mind as a tool that works for you rather than against you. Each lesson is broken down into ReSelf's signature lesson structure: relearn, grounding each lesson in knowledge and wisdom about the topic at hand; reflect, personalizing the material to your unique circumstances wherever you are on your journey; and redo, integrating each lesson through a different practice to put into action in real life outside of the platform. What I personally love about the Mindset Workshop is that it's just so freaking easy to start. No matter where you are on your mental health journey, your emotional health journey, your spiritual health journey, no matter where you are, it is accessible and it is digestible, and you can actually take something away from it that you can use in your day-to-day life. ReSelf functions from the understanding that we are all complete, which is not how most companies in the wellness space make us feel. ReSelf isn't self-improvement. ReSelf is wisdom for living. To consciously and authentically live our lives, which starts within. ReSelf nourishes us at our foundation for well-being as our own greatest asset. All of Reself's offerings guide us to return to this truth that we so often forget, transforming how we move through and show up in each moment, fully awake and authentic. And I don't just care about your mental and emotional health, although I do care about that above all things, but I also care about your financial health as well. So go to www.reself.me/mindset to transform your mindset. And you can use code Amanda at checkout for 15% off your purchase. If you'd like more support and structure, you can even sign up for one-to-one sessions to work through the workshops with Resell founder Lydia. And you'll get 15% off that package of sessions when you use the code Amanda. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope that not only you enjoyed this video, but I hope that this video serves as kind of a light to put beneath you, to encourage you to really take back control of your power. You are so worthy. You are so worthy. My Black women out there, you are so worthy. And you deserve everything that you could ever desire. And until next time, stay safe, be well, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.